I saw that Dak Prescott says he doesn't play for money. Okay. Well, then, Dak, don't play for money then. Don't. You have a perfect opportunity right in front of you. You have 1 year left as a Dallas Cowboy. Play out this year in your contract. And then go to your agent and say, I want to stay a Cowboy. I want to be a Cowboy for life. And I want to be a Cowboy for way less money. Give me the Brady deal. Give me the discount deal. In fact, give me half of that. In fact, give me the veteran minimum. That's what I'll play for. Because I don't play for money. And your agent's going to freak out. Your agent's going to try to talk you out of it because that's your agent's job. You say, no. This is my life. This is my career. This is my money. I have generational wealth. I have huge endorsements pouring money coming in. And the second I'm done playing, I'm going to get a massive media deal because I'm a Cowboy and that's what we do. Go make it happen. And then after you hang up with your agent, you go upstairs where the Jones boys work and you say, listen to me. I'm giving you this money not to sit on, not to throw away, to go and get me teammates, go and get me better players, to go and spend in free agency, to go even halfway all in, and to do it with my chips. They're mine. I'm giving them to you. I'm pushing my stack over to your chair so you can spend them on better players that we can win with. Because I think Dak's looking around. He doesn't know how much time he has left. This might be his last year as a Cowboy. And I wonder if he's thinking, what have I accomplished? What have I left here? What is my legacy as a Dallas Cowboys quarterback? I was watching on ESPN this morning, and they were showing a stat of Dak Prescott led the NFL in touchdown passes last year. Who cares? What a meaningless, pointless, forgettable stat that is in comparison to anything accomplished in the postseason, in the playoffs. Because Dak's in a club that I'm sure he knows he's in, of guys who made that much money. To get into that room, that double VIP room in the club, I mean, those are Super Bowl winners, at least people who have appeared in a Super Bowl. Bare minimum to get past that velvet rope, you got to appear in a title game. He has not. It's him and Kirk Cousins, the only guys who haven't. And I'm sure Kirk Cousins doesn't walk around saying, I don't play for money. You do play for money, Dak, and that's okay. People should play for money. But don't tell us you don't. And if you don't, then go prove it. Don't play for money. I dare you.
You know what the most frustrating part about that whole clip was? It's the fact that people like Kyle Brandt try to go out of their way to make something as harmless and honestly as admirable as what Dak Prescott said, which I'm about to break down. For those of y'all that for some reason can't see past the dollar sign, those of y'all that have built your whole life around trying to pursue money instead of, trying to pursue other things like maybe passion, relationships, peace. There's other things in this life for people to go after. You guys realize that, right? Not everyone walking the planet of the earth is money hungry. Not everyone came from homes that didn't teach kids anything beyond the value of $1. Dak Prescott was born in Sulphur, Louisiana. This is a small town in Louisiana of roughly about 25,000 people as of 2020. He went to high school and played high school football in Houghton, Louisiana. For reference, I grew up for 10 years in Louisiana, in Alexandria, Louisiana. So I'm very familiar with this city or town or honestly drive-through area of Houghton, Louisiana actually is. Houghton, Louisiana has a population of about 5,000 people, ladies and gentlemen. You do realize that when you grow up in a small town and you aren't surrounded by money, because Houghton is not a place that's thriving with money and is filled with all these rich people all over the place and all these grand aspirations of becoming millionaires. No. Houghton is one of those places. It's the type of place that, to be quite honest, a lot of city people, a lot of city slickers would refer to as like a backwoods or a redneck type of town. If I'm just being completely honest and keeping everything a buck, right? It's one of those types of places. Dak Prescott did not grow up in an environment that would make money and the pursuit of money the primary motivator for him in his entire life. Dak Prescott is a small town guy that grew up on small town values. You can tell this by everything that he has talked about, all the conversations that he and his brothers have recollected that they have had with their mother and the things that they did teach them. He grew up as a small town kid on small town values. What's so frustrating about people like Kyle Brandt coming out and making these types of takes for absolutely no reason, to be honest. This is not something you go out and vilify a guy for. This honestly shouldn't even really be newsworthy because most players should be saying something like this. Most players you want on your team should be telling you essentially that, hey, money is not my primary motivator for doing what I do in my life. I love football first. I am a football player. Do y'all realize that had Josh Allen said exactly what Dak Prescott just said, do y'all know what the narrative would have been? They would have been talking about how great of a leader he is, how he eats, sleeps, and breathes football, how all he cares about is winning, how much of a winning mentality that is that he displayed with that comment. That is 100% what the conversation and dialogue would have been surrounding Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, or any of them other guys had they said this. But because it was Dak Prescott, he's a liar. You can't believe what he says because his whole resume of life has led you to somehow believe that he's a liar, even though he's done nothing but be an exemplary example as a man and an exemplary teammate. But he's a liar just because he's telling people, I'm going to let my agents handle the financial side of this. All I care about is football. But because people do get paid to do what we do, I am also going to say I want to be compensated fairly. Like anybody else watching this video would say. If you were a damn production manager at a warehouse, if you're hitting all your damn goals and you're hitting all your milestones, you want your bonuses from work, don't you? You want to be in line for that promotion you're supposed to get. You want to be in line for that raise you're supposed to get quarterly, don't you? If you're a teacher at a school and all of your kids hit their marks on their standardized testing, you want to get whatever bonus you're supposed to get from that, don't you? So just like anybody else in any other line of business, I don't care if you're a damn hamburger flipper at McDonald's. If you're the best hamburger flipper, you want the best damn shifts, right? You want to be able to dictate your own schedule. You want to get paid $1 more than the other hamburger flippers. So just because he made it clear, I'm not focusing on the financial side of this. My focus is not trying to squeeze every dime out of this team that I can. He even went back and said, I understand how my contract will affect the team overall and how it can affect other players. So I get why it's taking so long. And I'm mindful that my contract is going to affect other players. But see, it gets uncomfortable, and we get into an uncomfortable territory when people like Kyle Brandt, whose history is he was an executive producer on the Jim Rome show, which is damn near like a neo-political sports talk show. So you're a producer on a show that had political undertones to it all the time, and now you're giving takes in which you're trying to dictate how much this man should or shouldn't put in his pocket, how much he should give back to the team, how much he shouldn't take from the team, even though you never did this with the other guys that just got paid, the Jared Goffs, the Josh Allens, these other dudes. You never did this, but for some reason, I'ma go there. You want to dictate how much the black quarterback is putting in his pocket, and you want to make the black quarterback's paycheck a topic of discussion, and you want to question why the black quarterback does what he does. And if he says it's anything outside of money, then it can't possibly be true, right? Kyle Brandt, you dudes are getting disgusting, bruh. I don't like the undertones of this conversation at all. It gets very uncomfortable when I have to sit here and look and watch a white man try to tell a black man how much he should take on his damn contract that has nothing to do with you, bro. And for my audience, my white audience, I love you guys. Hey, I'm gonna pull the card y'all pull. Y'all get caught saying racist stuff. I grew up with white people. My stepmom and my stepbrothers are white. I have a half-white younger brother. I have white nieces and nephews. I love white people. I grew up going into Wisconsin in the damn winters because my dad married a white woman. Her family was from Wisconsin. So I grew up riding snowmobiles and drinking White Russians for Christmas. I love white people, but I also keep it real, bro. And this is uncomfortable because you wouldn't do this to Josh Allen, and we know you wouldn't. And we can't just keep using the, oh, it's the Cowboys, it's a star. No, because I never remember Tony Romo's contracts being this big of a discussion. Ever. Still, them same old Cowboys, Kyle Brandt, please worry about trying to make sure that your career stays afloat. please make sure that Good Morning Football doesn't go anywhere, because as soon as it does, and as soon as you're no longer backed up by a major media corporation, no one gives a damn what a Kyle Brandt has to say, especially when half the things that you're saying are being muddled coming out of your mouth because you got Josh Allen's in your throat. Either way, appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Take it away, Pastor.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.